Hi friend, this is Munawar Munir and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to walk you through how we can create an automated agent using n8n. So in this video, what I will cover is I will let you know that how we can make an agent and what are the components which are needed to make that component. So the components which are needed for that agent will be a chat input in which we will get some prompt from the user. On those prompts, we will use AI agent that is a decision maker who will decide what to do. And then we will use Google Gemini because Google Gemini is a free version. We can use it for some sort of those prompts should be grammatically or whatever the correction needed on that input that need to be done using the Google Gemini. And then we will use a memory mean definitely if we wanted to store a few of the context. For example, we are giving continuous prompt to our agent. That prompt should be saved somewhere so that the context should be intact, because if we don't store all those messages in the memory, then definitely the next message will not be related to the previous one. So that's why we need to have the memory available over there. And then we will use a SERP API, a real-time search API, which will search from Google. And this API, in a separate video, I have already elaborated that this API is used for real-time data extraction or scraping. We can get the images, we can get the latest news, we can get the YouTube videos, and whatever searching we can do with the help of SERP API for real-time searching. And then finally, we will let the user know that after doing all these type of stuff, what is the response. So first come first. So what we will do is we will see that what is the use of our input. So we will ask user to put something definitely. For example, we will say that if user inputted what are the latest AI trends in the healthcare, for example, that would be the input. And out of that input, the agent, which is the brain of our whole automated tool which we are going to develop, is it will decide what to do. The agent is a decision maker. It understands the user's intent and decide what tool to use. I will demonstrate you in the real-time example that how this AI agent is working. So it is the brain. It will decide whatever the input is being given to him, and according to that input, what tool should be used, because in n8n we have multiple tools available. So for example, in this example in which we are going to look into is, we will send an input to the Gemini will give us the prompt, and on those prompt we will decide that whether what type of information we need to scrap from the API. So the AI agent is a brain, so it will decide what to do. Then Google Gemini, I'm just explaining it before going to the real-time session. So Google Gemini, what it do is, and why we use it, it is a natural language understanding. We can give any type of instruction to it, and in any language or any format, we can say, breaking the complex question into smaller tasks. That is also a key feature of Google Gemini. And smart reasoning. So definitely what we are doing is, that is depending on the reasoning, mean what type of things we are needed. So Google Gemini helps the agent to understand what the user is really asking. We are giving a raw prompt to it, but Google Gemini is playing a key role over here, and it will tell the agent what actual the user wants is. It can rephrase the query, identify the keywords, and decide what information is missing, like what are the latest AI trends in the healthcare. That was the input from the user, but from Gemini, it will be AI healthcare trends 2024, 2025, or 2026, right? Diagnostics, automation, patient data. So with this raw input and with this input, a huge difference is there. So it will emphasize on some of the diagnostic things in healthcare in the patient, because here we didn't mention anything related to the patient and anything related to the data. So it will rephrase whatever we wanted. So Gemini need to be used over there. And then memory, as I elaborated previously, so we need to store the query so that there should be a context that what answer was previously grabbed and what should be the next. So for that purpose, we need to have the memory node available there. And then, as I mentioned previously, the SERP API, that is a API which is being used for multi-purposes. So it will give us the live Google search result, because all the previous models which are already trained, they can be outdated. So we need a live Google search result. So we will use the SERP API on that purpose. So it search the Google latest article, news, blogs, research papers, hotel information, flight information, so many other things it can do. And uh, while all those things are intact, so what the AI agent will do is AI agent will take the reasoning from Gemini, store the memory, scrap the API, and finally, after filtering noises, or noises mean whatever the things need to be removed from that result. After removing it, will give us summarized information to the user. So the final response user will get, for example, human like response would be there, in which user can get all those information which are very much clean in terms of data, in terms of all those cleansing things which need to be done on the data. It will get a clean human-like or structured answer. Here are the some example for latest and, for example, AI-powered diagnostic using images, predictive analysis of the patient's care, automation in the clinical documentation, or AI-driven drug discovery. So these are the output example after we will give prompt to our agent. So let's move to the n8n for the real-time example. So here is the interface of n8n. For n8n, definitely you have to have a login over there. So I already have my own login, and I have a free version, I would say. In that free version, I will walk you through that how we can create a workflow. And in that workflow, as I mentioned, uh, our the explanation that how the components will be look like and how they will integrate to each other. Though I have created a couple of workflows previously, but I'm going to create it from scratch. So I will go to the workflow here, and in the workflow, there are two type of workflow: a built-in, built with AI, it will be automated, or if you wanted to start it from scratch. So I will go with the first option. And in this option, I will search. As I mentioned, I need to have a chat available so that the user can prompt on that, and on the top of prompt, we can have the rest of the components associated with that. So once we click on that, it will move us to the another screen. We can have multiple settings over there, which we can do afterwards as well. So I will close it. So now, the first thing first, we have a chat available here. So this is the starting point of our automated agent, I would say. So we can test it, I mean, straight away. For example, I just send a message. So I just send a message, and it would say that the workflow execution successful. So it means it's working fine. That's a separate thing. What output is, it will just give created a session, and then what our the message was there. It just give us the JSON. So that is not needed at that time, but definitely we need to connect it with the other parts as well. So as well as the first thing is first, so it is working fine. So what we'll do is we will click on this plus item, and then here we will search AI agent or only agent. So once we click on that agent, again, the same thing would be open here. The settings are there. These are the settings which will be available for all those components which we will add. It has a second. It has settings. It has the parameter. Here in the parameter we can add our custom parameter. Add multiple options here. We can input in it, and there are other variables which are available. So for now we are just letting it go whatever is default set in that agent. So once I close it, so you will see this is my chat and this is my agent. So agent is now connected with my chat, but it will not do anything because we have not yet connected it with the rest of thing. Because as I mentioned in my explanation, so this is the brain. So brain definitely need to brain is getting the input, but the for doing some operation, he don't know what to do. So what we'll do is we will first add a chat model here. As I mentioned, we will use Gemini because the others are paid version. So what we'll do is we will use the Gemini. I already connected with my Google account, so that's why it is not asking me for any credential. If I didn't have the credential added over here, definitely it will ask for API key. So for that, you need to do is you need to go to the Google AI Studio and Google AI Studio, you need to generate a new key over there as I already created. So I have my own key so that I already set it over here. So if you don't have that key, you can generate it. As you can see, I have already connected with that credential. So once done, you can close it. So now my chat is connected with my AI agent. My AI agent is now connected with Google Gemini, but the rest of things are as is. So we will first check whether this part is working fine or not. So I'm just clearing the chat, and now I will say hi. Let's see what comes out. Now, as you can see, all are green. Chat is there. Chat send a message to AI agent. AI agent ask the question, the same thing to Gemini, and from Gemini we are getting that hi there. How can I help you today? So I would say assuming. So again, the same thing is it will have some manipulation over there. It will ask Gemini to perform something, and accordingly we will get the data from here. So first come first. Up to this point, we are okay so far. But as I mentioned in my elaboration part, that there should be some memory uh, so that the chat context should be same. For example, mean this message and this message they are not saved anywhere. So if I ask something again related to US, it will again ask me what is US because US is not stored or the context is not clear. So for that purpose, what we have to do is we need to put here some memory. So once we click on the memory, there are multiple options available. A simple memory, a MongoDB chat, and then the Motorheads, so many other, Postgres database memories also there, Redis cache memories also there. So many memories are there, but just for the sake of this tutorial, we will just click on the simple memory. So once we click on the simple memory, it will ask a couple of things that this is a session ID which you definitely needed, and a part of that it will also ask that how many messages we wanted to store or what is the window length. So we can have it multiple, but more than five, but the default value is five. So we will keep that. So what does it will do is it will ask the question to the agent. Agent will ask the Gemini, and Gemini will store all those messages or the prompt in the simple memory. So up to that point, we are okay. Once we will send the message again, so definitely it will again ask for the Gemini, and the rest of the things would be working fine. But till now, we are so far so good. There is nothing that real-time data is coming for. In order to get the real-time data, there might be some more tools need to be added, as I mentioned. So we can have a list of a bunch of tools available here. For example, if we wanted to add a calculator, just for sake of the information, I'm just giving the example, we can add the calculator over there. Because if we wanted to perform any calculation over there, so we will ask the agent, it will ask the Gemini, and on top of that, if we wanted to do any calculation, so this calculator will do the rest of the things. Other than that, if we wanted to add anything related to, and now if you wanted to add the SERP API here, for example, as we mentioned previously, that we will get the prompt, we will have the Gemini to look into that, and then we'll store it, and then definitely it need to be scrapped from the SERP API. So we will go to the SERP API. If SERP API official is not available, then definitely you need to install it. Install in sense, the option would be there that it is not installed. Just need to click and it will be installed in your workflows, I would say. So many things are available here. I mean, as you mentioned, Google Map, Google News, Play Game, Google Play Store, Google Search, whatever you wanted. I will go with the Google YouTube, for example, just for the sake of this video. So once I click on that, so you will see my SERP API account is already connected. That is also being connected with the API API key, and then the resource is a search, and then the operator would be there. We can change from here as well, but I'm just selecting your YouTube search, and the search query would be the query that is a required thing which we need to have. So for example, by default it is coffee. So first thing first, I'm not going to change it. I'm just sake of this session, I will keep it, and then we'll let you know that how we can add our prompt over here. For example, I'm just closing it. So it means whatever we are giving the prompt, for example, that would not have impact on this. It will only search the coffee, for example. So I'm just saying hello, assuming. So behind the scene, what's going on is I send a message as a hello. My simple memory stored it. Google Gemini keep that hello as is. It's stored in the memory as is, and the output is in the same manner. How can I help you? But this is not being used anywhere in the Google YouTube search. So in YouTube search, if you see what type of information it is giving us, it is giving the JSON result, right? But it is based on whatever we have inputted it, right? So we just input the coffee as a I would say the coffee was written as a query parameter. The search query was coffee, so it is picking every video which has something related to coffee. So all those videos are listed, though it is a JSON, and you can see the JSON nodes here. I already done rest of the things here. So what I have done is, as you can see, I put the JSON over there, and these are the thumbnail and these are the address. So everything would be listed here with respect to coffee. But then now the point is, we want to real time whatever the information is being given from here, it should directly be go into the SERP as a parameter, right? So what we'll do is we'll double click it in the coffee, we will remove it. So everywhere you can see a fix or expression. From the expression, what we will do is we will see that what type of information we wanted here. Two type of information. AI agent, it will give the whatever the output was there from Gemini, we can also put here. We can also put the same information here. I mean, whatever suits you. So according to the prompt we can do, for example, I'm just putting whatever we are giving it directly, it should go as a parameter, assuming, right? So no need to remind it, because all those parameters will be available there. We just need to close it. Now our agent will, what it will do is change the output data may change when that node is okay. So what we will do is we will send a message over here. For example, assuming I'm saying hotels, I'm just clicking it, right? So once we click on the hotel, I'm just giving you what query was there. So as you can see, the hotels was there as a query parameter, not the coffee. And these are the search parameter which it automatically did is these are the JSON endpoint. It succeeded. It created on this, proceeded on this, and the rest of the things are there. These are the input parameter which we can have bunch of multiple optional parameters as well. And as far as this result is concerned, it is based on whatever we have provided in our this chatbot, right? So that can be changed. I mean, as I mentioned, you can double click it, you can change it, whatever the output is coming from the AI agent, we can also put over there, I mean, whatever we wanted. So we can customize it. So in this way, we can have this agent ready. Now it is ready. If you wanted to scrap with the help of any prompts, it will do the rest of the things. And these JSON data you can store it in because you can use any language. C sharp you can use Python, whatever language suits you. You can get the language. You can get the code from SERP uh, API as I mentioned previously as well. So we can get the code from here. We will give the parameter in the same manner as I'm doing giving here. So you will get the JSON and that JSON can be utilized wherever you want it. So I hope you people enjoyed whatever I have explained here. So if you have any further question, you can ask me in the channel and hope this will be a learning, a best learning in terms of for the starter as well as for the advanced people as well. So thank you so much. Bye.